Okay, let's just jump right in. There's this pretty startling statistic floating around.
Oh,
A
yeah.
75% surge in cyber attacks globally just in 2024. Well, that's not a forecast, is it? That's happening now.
Wow, 75%. That's huge. And yeah, it's the reality.
And if you're, running a business trying to keep the lights on, that number probably hits differently,
It absolutely does, especially if your team's already stretched thin.
right? And this source material we're digging into today from the Cloud Secure Tech blog, it really drives this point home, managing IT all by yourself in-house. It's not just tricky anymore. The blog basically says it's, genuinely risky.
Exactly. That's the core argument, isn't it? That businesses just don't have that margin for error or unnecessary IT risk anymore. So working with outside experts, the right ones, it's not presented as just a convenience. The source positions it like a crucial layer of defense, helping to actually prevent problems before they even start.
Okay, so given this escalating threat, this risk of doing it all yourself, what's the direct response that Cloud Secure Tech Source really zeroes in on?
Well, their answer is pretty clear. It points squarely towards managed services.
So that's really our mission for this deep dive then. To unpack this Cloud Secure Tech Source, we want to figure out what managed services actually are.
Yeah, what do they cover?
Exactly. What areas do they cover? And maybe most importantly, why does the source argue they're becoming so essential for businesses right now?
Okay. Yeah, so at their core, managed services are fundamentally about outsourcing, strategically picking key IT functions.
Like bringing in the specialists.
Precisely. For those parts of your tech that need constant eyes on them, or deep expertise, or frankly, resources you might not have in-house.
And the blog makes it clear they cover a pretty wide range, doesn't it?
Oh, definitely. We're talking robust cybersecurity, absolutely vital with that 75% surge, right?
Yeah.
But also managing complex cloud stuff, constant network monitoring so you spot issues fast.
Right, before they blow up.
Exactly. Handling software licenses updates, that whole headache, and making sure you've got solid backup and disaster recovery plans. Very important.
So the source suggests these services aren't just random add-ons. They have clear goals.
Yeah, very clear goals. They're designed to help you get a better handle on IT costs for one.
Okay, predictable costs.
Right, and drastically cut down on that downtime that can just cripple a business, and of course provide that protection against, the unexpected threats.
It sounds like turning IT from a sort of reactive firefight into something more managed, more proactive.
That's exactly the idea, proactive managed asset.
What stood out to me from the source were the specific examples they gave, like managed SaaS.
Ah, yeah, software as a service management.
It focuses on making sure you're not throwing money away on software subscriptions you don't use or that aren't managed right, which happens a lot, apparently.
It really does. Or managed IT support offering that, 24/7 expert helpline.
Yeah, without needing your own huge round-the-clock internal team.
Exactly, the overhead for that is massive.
So these aren't just generic fixes then. The Cloud Secure Tech blog seems to stress they're quite specific.
Very purpose-built, yeah. Each service tackles a specific, often complex problem. Problems that, let's be honest, most businesses just don't have the dedicated time or the niche skills or frankly, the sheer number of people to handle effectively themselves.
Which kind of raises the next logical question the source seems to answer indirectly. If you offload these critical, maybe risky time-sucking functions, what does that let your business actually do?
Well, according to the blog, it frees you up massively, like a lot.
Frees you up how?
It makes it possible to scale up your main operations more confidently, to seriously strengthen your security for data and systems, to streamline how everything works together.
All without constantly hitting IT walls or those painful growing pains.
Yeah, avoiding those roadblocks.
Okay, so let's sort of bring this back to you, the listener. Based on what we've pulled from this Cloud Secure Tech deep dive, the main value seems pretty clear. By outsourcing key IT bits strategically, you're aiming for tighter cost control, less downtime,
Yep, which is huge.
and crucially, better protection against that rising tide of cyber threats we started with.
Yeah, they're definitely presented as solutions to those common internal struggles. They provide that foundation you need to, grow, secure things, make operations smoother than trying to juggle everything yourself.
Right. So maybe here's the final thought to leave you with, drawing directly from the source material.
Okay.
Given that scary jump in threats and just the sheer pressure on businesses today, what might be the real cost, maybe the hidden cost to your business of not looking into these kinds of outsourced IT solutions?
That's a powerful question, something definitely worth considering as you plan your tech future.